Hello everybody, I'm Matthew Heines for Deceptions of the Ages News. Now most of you know it by now, but those of you who don't, I'm running for governor of Washington State. And I apologize for using this channel to promote my campaign, but this is so important, our very lives depend on it. So I hope you'll bear with me, and in trade, I'll skip my snazzy introduction. Hello everybody, I'm Matthew Heines. I'm running for governor of Washington State. Why am I running for governor of Washington State? Well, keep watching and I think you'll find out why. In this video, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about my financing and why you would want to even bother trying to give money to somebody like me. Now, first of all, I want you to know that I ran a campaign before. I ran for Senate in 2018. It was very expensive and it took a long time, and that we spent all of our money doing it. Never asked for any donations. And I can't do that in this election. So this election is very important, and the reason I'm running is because, quite frankly, I mean, there's a lot of very qualified candidates. Nobody do I trust to run this state because of the issues that we're talking about. And you can look at my other videos. We can talk about these, or you can look at the other issues that I've talked about in other videos. But in this video specifically, I want to explain to you how I'm going to win the election. Now, the political realities of Washington State are completely different. Before, you had about a 70 to 30 to 40% split of Republican Democrat, with it heavily leaning Democrat. And a lot of people, I mean, Republicans are basically losing ground every election. And so the reality is Republicans are going to have a hard time winning the election. I'm not running as a Republican. I'm running as an independent. And I would run as what Ralph Nader would maybe call a small R Republican. I believe in small government and good people. And so until we have good people, we are obviously going to need big government. But I think if given the choice, most people would rather just have a nice civil society and quit complaining about everything and get rid of a big government that's too expensive and one that we can't afford and is up to all kinds of mischief, rather than what we have now. So the political realities now are that people really don't trust what's happened. People are really looking at the way has turned a mean face and a mean side, or maybe it's just the naked government, but the way they arrest moms and just do a lot of horrible things, and they do it in the name of safety, but they're ruining people's lives. I mean, at a time when people don't have money coming in, they're arresting them and giving them fines for thousands of dollars, saying, oh, this is going to save you. Well, that's the government logic, and that's what I'm running against. So, am I a Republican? No. Am I a Democrat? No. What I'm going to do in this election, I believe that I can take, of the Republicans, I can probably take 10 to 20% of those votes. Of the Democrats, I believe I can take about 40 to 50% of those votes. Any range within those, I probably have enough to win this election. And the only thing that is keeping me from not winning this election is just that people don't know who I am. When I ran for the Senate in 2018, I mean, just with the little money we had, 50 campaign signs, we went out and I got between 6 and 7, maybe 8,000 votes. So if I can just get my name out, whatever, then I think I have a pretty good chance of winning this election. Why? Because I'm from Washington. I grew up in Sequim. I'm a graduate of Washington State University. I know what Washington State used to be before the Democrats made it what it is, and I'm not running as a Republican. There is a middle ground. We have got to save the environment, and I don't want you guys to be fooled anymore. there's you, if you're a Democrat, then you're for all these things, and if you're a Republican, you're for all these things, etc. But that's not what it is. Somewhere in the middle, that's where we all sit, and you all know that. Decency being the number one rule, and respect to the law the number two rule, and the number three rule is giving our children a fighting chance in the future. So I believe I can win this race by splitting the Democrats and the Republicans. If you want to support me, please, I ask you, educate yourself, buy one of my books on Amazon at HEINESSIGHT.com, your choice. But anything that you do to educate yourself, which you can do by buying one of my books, then you're also contributing and supporting to my campaign. So before, as I've explained it, I have a hard time asking people for money. I know I'm a long shot to win, but I believe that I can split this race. I believe I can take a lot of votes both in Eastern and Western Washington, and I believe I can win this, and I believe that if you were to give me at least 4 years, we could at least begin to start to change and undo the things that have been done to the state and begin to clean it up and make it something that we're proud of and give our kids a real fighting chance in the world ahead. So I'm Matthew Heines, and I'm asking you to support me. Buy one of my books at any book retail outlet or at HEINESSIGHT.com and support my campaign, and look at my other videos and see what I'm all about. Thank you for your time.